trains less and less over a period of time if we are
Firstly,
working with AI.
and yeah, firstly, our
Wait, I know you also have gone through the same fish market scenario in a group discussion. Don't worry, we at PrepInsta always try to make learning fun for you. So let's understand the do's and don'ts of GD in a real-time scenario. Make sure you watch this video till the end. Okay guys, the topic for discussion is AI will replace humans or not?
So, hello everyone. In today's topic, we have got that will AI replace humans or not? So, AI is nothing but the artificial intelligence which has been hard-coded by some of the other people and who has the solution for each and every query which is going around the globe. So, my point of view is that no, AI will not replace humans because we are the ones who is creating it. We are the ones who is going to update it because AI is something which is having a limited amount of knowledge for each and every query. For example, let us take.
So before starting all the discussions, so let's see the person number one. So let's talk about person number one. Okay. Now when the moderator announced the topic, she took the lead and she acted as an initiator. So there is one person called initiator. So there are different kind of a traits which a moderator will observe in the candidates when they are doing the GD. So the very first trait a person is called an initiator. Initiator is someone who will introduce the topic, take the lead. Okay, he is someone who take the lead and introduce the topic. Now when I say introduce the topic or initiate the topic, if I talk about person number one, the topic for discussion is AI will replace humans or not. So before she will come to her point of view, she introduces the topic on a common ground. She introduces AI. What is AI? So if you are an initiator, your first point should be you should introduce the topic on a common ground so that the people who are sitting all around in a GD, if someone is not able to understand the topic, he'll get to understand the topic. So the first thing is you should introduce the topic as an initiator. So I can say that's a +1 point for person number one because she initiated the GD introduction topic. Now let's moving forward. Then she bring out her point. What's her opinion on the topic? And she used the example of ChatGPT. So again +1 point is then coming to her point and then giving examples. So these are three things which will help you to generate a strong opinion while proving your point or while explaining your point. Okay, there's one more thing about this person number one initiator, her body language. So when she is speaking, you can observe she is using her hands and her hand gestures are always like in such a way that she is addressing everyone and she is not trying to prove her point. She is trying to understand everyone what's her opinion on this topic. So very positive body point. So +1 point for positive body gestures or hand movements. And next point is when she is introducing the topic, she is addressing everyone through eye contact. So whenever you are discussing in a GD, you should have an eye contact with each and everyone, no matter other people are looking towards you or not. But if you are an initiator, you are introducing the topic, so your plus point should be you should look everyone and then you should initiate the topic. So that's a plus point about that person number one. Okay, let's see forward about the what video goes and let's.
Example of ChatGPT.
I don't agree with you. You just told us like humans have built machines like in a.
Okay, so before I move forward and listen person number two, let's talk about person number two. The very first thing which I've just noticed about this person number two. Okay, so he started and he interrupted that person. Now there are two kind of interruption. One interruption is when the person completed his sentence and then you interrupt. But this one interruption when the person is not yet completed his or her topic or that point, but you are interrupting in between. So this person number two, he interrupted this girl in between and he used this term I don't agree with you and with a very negative kind of a body language which depict that this person is someone who is nullifying other person's point without being flexible or without understanding and listening the other's opinion. So second person I can directly say he first interrupt in between or wrong interruption. A wrong interruption. That's a negative point about this person number two. Okay, let's move forward and let's listen the video furthermore.
Similar fashion, like humans have built AI, in a similar fashion, humans have built machines and industries also. And don't you think the industries and machines right now are killing the jobs of the lower wage people? In a similar fashion, like we have the report from, I guess, one of the institution of very good reputation. There is a data like over 400 million jobs will be killed just because of AI.
Cool. So now we have discussed a negative point about person number two. But if I see a positive point of person number two, his opinion, and when he's proving his opinion or his point of view, he's also giving the facts and figures and factual data. Like he have given some research or some something published just now, this data and all. So whenever if you are providing a data and facts and figure in a JD while explaining your point, this will be very impactful for the moderator to to have your opinion. So I can say +1 point for the opinion using facts and figures. Facts and figures. So which this will help you to give a strong opinion or your point. Okay, so that's a plus point about this person number two. Let's move forward.
Because AI will not kill the jobs of the kind of upper level grade only. AI right now is working in all the sectors of economy, be it agriculture, be it kind of political, be it for marketing. Let's take an example of digital marketing also. Right now, digital marketing is killing the jobs of so many salesmen. Don't you think so?
Cool. So again, if I talk about person number two, so he again bring out this point: the AI is killing the jobs of so many salesmen, digital marketing. So he's someone who is bringing different point of view, different out of the box thinking. So it's not one thing repeatedly again and again. In every sentence, after every completion of sentence, he's bringing a new point. So he is bringing different pictures and he giving a large picture for this particular topic. So that's again a plus point about this person. Okay, let's move forward now.
The organic sales is a part of digital marketing. So I personally believe, yes, AI definitely will kill the job. So we have to, although there are some drawbacks also, but we have to look into this.
But I don't agree with you. Like, if it's a case, this is the biggest disadvantage that unemployment will directly affect in the countries like India, China, or wherever the population is even higher.
Cool. So let's talk about person number three now. So there is a very one thing which you have to notice over here. So I told you about interruption. So if I talk about person number two, he started with a wrong interruption in middle of the sentence. But if I talk about person number three, she waited for the first person to end the sentence and then she took the initiation and she took the lead and then she interrupted. So that's a correct interruption. So +1 point you have to notice over here, the interruption is correct because second person completed the point and then she come up with her point. Let's talk about one more point about her, person number three. So person number three discuss about point like unemployment on a global level or on a Indian level or Asian level. So again she bring out some one more picture of this topic. So again +1 point about person number three. Let's move forward now.
Definitely, it will kind of, the implementation of AI will rise the unemployment all over the world. But my point is, the topic of this debate is, will AI will kill the job?
Cool. So this is very important, guys, over here. So again, this person number two, he said the topic for this debate. So I want to highlight this over here. This is a discussion, not a debate. So there's a difference between debate and discussion. So whenever I talk about debate, guys, debate is something where you are speaking for the motion and against the motion, and you have to stick for that for or against only. You have to be strong opinionated on the particular side. But in discussion, you can say about both the sides. It's a discussion where you have to give your point of view from each and every angle and then you have to come to a conclusion. Whereas in a debate, there is no conclusion. There is only your strong point of view, particularly for one particular side of a coin. Okay. So he just said now the topic for this debate. So this is not a debate, this is a discussion. So this is a negative point for person number two again. Because it's not a debate, it's a discussion. Let's move forward now.
Jobs or not? Yes, they like
my
IT.
point is here.
Okay, just let us speak.
Cool. So again, if you notice over here, again person number two, when this person number four want to put her point, this person number two again, he just, you see the body language, eye. So he shows a gesture where he is only trying to prove his point. He's not listening. He's not understanding the other's opinion. He's only trying to prove his point right. Okay, whereas in discussion, it's not about proving your point right, it's about being flexible. So if I talk about person number 2, I can see a trait, this person is a non-flexible person. Okay, if I talk about non-flexible person, guys, if you want to step into corporate, you have to deal with different people from different psychology. So you have to be that flexible person who can gel up and who can work with everyone on a common ground. So being non-flexible can be a negative, very strong negative point for a particular individual. So that's a negative point for person number 2 again over here. Let's move forward.
Okay, so my point is here that
Okay, I want to bring out one more point. Let's move something
This
back.
topic of this debate is, will AI will kill the jobs or
but
not? Yes,
Aditya,
still
my
I
point is here.
okay, just let us speak.
Okay, so
Cool. So let's talk about this person number 4 now. So 4 is already this girl. Let's talk about this person number 5. So if I talk about this person number 5, when person number 4, this girl started, want to speak, but this person again too interrupted in between. So this person number 5, he took a lead and he acted as a leader. Why? Let me show you how. Now, who's a leader? A leader is someone who takes everyone all together, the whole group together, and always gives chances for others to speak. And he's someone who generate opportunity for other people. That's a leader. Okay, so he acted as a leader because he generated opportunity for other person, the person who is struggling to speak but have a strong opinion. So he just took a lead and be a leader and was like, let's give her chance also. So he acted plus 1 point as a leader because he is generating opportunity. He is taking everyone all together as a group. Cool. So that's a good trait. Let's move forward.
how artificial intelligence can solve the problem of doctors, lawyers. We have to, like, in my opinions, artificial intelligence is doing immensely good job. Okay, but how artificial intelligence can replace human intelligence right now?
Yeah.
Because
Let me tell you. You just told us like how.
Cool, very strong point. So, if you notice about this particular girl, so she started, yeah, I agree that AI will replace few things and so things, but he added with a point, but. So obviously, whenever in a GD you want to prove your point and you want to give your opinion, you should start with this sentence. Maybe you are correct, but according to me, yeah, we can see the other side of the coin, but. So she said, but if we talk about doctors, lawyers, we can't replace the human intelligence. That's a very strong point because machines don't have EQ, emotional intelligence. We can't replace the human intelligence. That's a very strong point about this person number 4. And also she's someone who is a flexible person because he started with his opinion and then bring out her opinion. So that's a plus 1 point and she is a good active participant. Now, one more thing. There are some people in a GD who will not speak that much. But whenever they speak to the point. So she is someone who is bringing that trait to the point opinion. Okay, it's not about speaking the GD for a long time, and you are just keep on giving n number of points. No, just speak for a particular instant and just be to the point. This seems like you are very very particularly your opinions are very strong and you're very opinionated about your opinions, and that's a very strong with the on factual data also. Cool. So that's a good trait about person number 4. Let's move forward now.
AI can replace the doctors and like other professions like engineers. Don't you know like AI have like AI is
Okay, so let's talk about this person. I feel like you guys were waiting why I'm not talking about this particular person. Let's talk about this person number 6. So he's someone who don't even care about GD. He just sat over there because he have to. The college has already told you have to involved in the GD. So if you notice things of this particular person, he's someone who is showing wrong body language. He's giving gestures and wrong gesture when someone is putting his point or her point. He's giving wrong gestures and I can say judgmental gestures to a particular person. Okay, if you see how his sitting posture, his hand movement and his facial, everything is totally wrong. It's bringing a very wrong picture about that particular person. So don't be this person in a GD. Okay, so this is whole negative body language, negative hand gesture, judgmental look. So these all are the negative points in a GD. Let's move forward now.
a huge circle. In that machine learning is also there. So just because of the implementation of AI and machine learning, there are so many, like over the doctor right now, we are spending lakhs and crores of rupees. Don't you think so? And just by the implementation of one AI tool, we can make a robot who have so many skills, who have so many knowledge that although doctor is a human, it can make errors, but robot cannot make the errors.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like to add a point here. There are some industries like service industry that requires a human touch, like the jobs of bartenders, customer service. AI can do the same thing, but they cannot empathize with the customer.
Agreed.
That totally rely on the customer service and the empathize with.
Cool. So let's talk about this particular person who I told you acted as a leader, person number 5. So he bring out some point that is, yeah, obviously AI is there, but AI can't empathize. Empathize is a feeling which only humans do have. Empathy, how to respond to a particular customer. Then we cannot train a AI tool to empathize to a particular user. So that's a very strong opinion, out of the box thinking, and a very strong. And whenever he is putting his point, you can see the body gesture and the facial gesture, his way of speaking, addressing everyone. It's not like he's trying to prove his point. It seems like he's only conveying his point in a positive way. So that's a good way of communicating your point in a GD. Let's move forward now.
I totally agree with.
It might be possible. AI cannot rule.
So she used this term, I totally agree. So whenever you are agreeing with someone, you should add I totally agree, or maybe I'm partially agreeing, or this way you can use these kind of sentences.
Over all the sectors, but definitely the topic of this debate is, will AI kind of kills the job? Will AI?
Again, he said the topic for this debate. It's not a debate, it's a discussion.
I would
I
like to
agree
add
with-
a point over here.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like I was continuing with my example of ChatGPT. So we have seen in the real time that when you ask something to ChatGPT related to AIs, then they do not have the solution for the same. They do have a formulated answer for the same. That I am a self-made AI.
Cool. Now again you observe when this person number 1, initiator, again she took a lead, because he have seen that this person is trying to prove his point. She took a lead. So sometimes in a GD, when one person is trying to impose you, so you have to raise your voice a little bit in the beginning. It should not seem like dominating. It should seem like you are taking the lead. So beginning of the sentence you can raise your voice, and then come to your calmer voice. So she started with her point again, but you observe again he is taking her opinion in a wrong way. He is not able in a state of taking this in a positive impact, or in a constructive way, or in a way that okay, obviously this can be also a point of view. So you should not have this kind of a behavior while talking in a GD. Cool, let's move forward now.
You ask any question to Alexa, they also do the very same thing, that I am an AI and I do not have the answer for same. So how can you say that AI will be doing
These
this?
are the tools who have just came. They definitely with the time.
She bring out the point of Alexa. That's also good point of view, a different opinion. So +1 point to initiator again. Now let's move forward again.
Time will upgrade themselves. Like ChatGPT is, I guess, only 2 to 3 months old. So don't you think so? And you are giving the example of that. That is the power of AI. Like you are putting the discussion over that, and it is just 2 or 3 months old tool. And don't you think you cannot discuss the kind of
See, now this person used finger. You should never use pointing fingers towards anyone. It seems like you are very targeting to a particular person. So that's again a negative point for this person number 2, using finger. Okay, targeting a particular person. And you see his body gesture, his hand gestures always seems like he's very rude, or he's trying to prove his point right. Okay, so that's again a negative point about this person.
a 2 or 3 month baby. You are telling the story of 2 or 3 month old AI tool, and right now it is changing the world. And don't you think so? Like AI will kill definitely the jobs of over 10-100
But I
websites.
still believe like
Hundreds of
AI.
Cool. So this person number 2, obviously he have opinions. His opinions is correctly, but the way of presentation is wrong. The body gesture, that is wrong. Opinions are strong, but presentation is wrong. Okay, so that's one thing.
Don't you think so that AI has a lack of emotional intelligence? Agreed. For example, if we are
Cool. Emotional intelligence, one good one, plus point for this person number 4.
discussing discussing in the group right now, we are discussing about AI right now. We have some common sense, we can judge each other, but
Yes.
how can AI can do that? If I want to crack a joke here, everyone will laugh, everyone
Humans,
can do that, but how can you do that?
Again, wrong interruption. So again, he's trying to prove his point, interrupting in between. That's again a negative point in a GD. Cool.
Agree on I agree on your point, but the thing is, humans' emotion will change with the time. Like earlier, we used to just used to get attached with only humans, but right now we used to get attached with animals also. So
But
with the
Aditya,
time,
see, like,
I think
AI is still
when the
limited
robots
in
will
its
come, we
capabilities.
definitely will able to get attached.
He's trying to take the lead, but he was trying to only prove his point right. So that's not a case in GD. You should also listen to other person. Cool.
With them also, that is my point. And you cannot put the emotional thing over here, because humans emotions changes with the time. Let's suppose when the robots will come, that we never know how our emotions will
But that will run on algorithm which humans will give them, right?
Yes,
AI is still
correct. Yeah,
like
exactly.
limited in its capabilities.
So if you see this person who I quoted as a leader, so all the people who in the group, they all are somewhere agreeing to this particular person. So psychologically, this group have elected a leader who is this guy. Why? Psychologically, everyone is agreeing to this person point of view. So that's how quality of a leader. When you don't have to prove that you are a leader, but people around you think like you acted as a leader because you are taking everyone all together. So that's a quality of a leader.
Like the part of if you I'll talk about
I
creative
I
thinking.
I agree.
AI is
on-
not
I,
cannot do that.
I absolutely agree with you. But don't you think so? Just tell me one thing. Don't you think machines and industry right now are killing the jobs for this country?
See,
You don't think so?
See, AI is not killing a jobs. For example, we are not working with AI. We have to
Just
work.
tell
We,
me-
like we are not looking a
Okay, just let
positive
us speak.
aspect of artificial intelligence. Yes. What we are doing, we are just looking the fact that artificial intelligence can replace us, but we are not looking the fact that we can work with AI. For example, if I give an example, Midjourney AI. If you know, Midjourney is a design tool. For example, if anyone is a designer, it is a beginner. If it is a beginner, then he can design with the help of Midjourney AI. Okay.
Definitely.
So we
Sure.
are not.
Again, wrong appreciation. You can't do in between a GD, appreciating someone. So again, a negative point. So he's someone who is just sitting in a GD and having fun. So this guy is having fun, having great time. Cool.
We are not
So
giving
don't
a
you
fact
think
for
so?
that.
It is killing the.
So talking about this again, person number 4, she bring out a point of Midjourney AI, tool for creators and animators. So she was like, "Ki if obviously as a beginner, these tools are great, but if you want to try to make few changes, you can't tell a machine to make those changes. You can't train a machine for making those few changes in the less time. So that's only human can do." Cool.
The job of designers and the kind of production teams.
No, exactly not. Why they can kill a job of designers? How can you take a look like?
Let's
how
suppose,
can
let's
we
suppose
make a person
earlier,
creative?
let's suppose earlier there was a team of 10 people who were doing the same job, and with the help of that tool, only 2 or 3 people are required to perform that particular job. So it is killing the job of 8 people. Don't you think so?
No.
See,
I
I
don't
have-
agree with
Okay.
that.
I have a point over here. You are saying that it will take away the jobs or whatever the reason is. If it's a part, you give an example of designing. If we are putting forward a design, so if you're showing it to a person or to a human, he will give some ideas or he will ask you
Yeah.
to change. But for a data or for a AI, it is a complete
Cool. So let's talk about again person number 3. So you notice one thing over here. So this person number 4, she bring out a point of creators and animators and tools. Now this person number 3, she's acted smartly, and she took a point from this person number 4, and she was like, okay, I can take few points from him and I can add up to this. So then she add up to this. Obviously there are tools, but we cannot tell a machine to make frequent changes to a particular design. So she acted smartly. She haven't came up with a new point, but she bring out a different picture from a previous point. So that's smart work you can also do in a GD. So plus 1 point for this person number 3 again.
I agree with her
You
point.
have to
Like
totally agree with
Mansi
Just tell me, just
Give
give
us
me
a
the
point.
example of one single question. Like you all people are agreeing on this point. Just tell me one thing. Don't you think that machine have killed the jobs of the small workers
But you
or the
are just
laborers.
only saying the negative drawbacks of the same.
You
Cool. So this person number one, initiator, she quoted over here. You only seeing one side of a picture of the coin. Okay, you only seeing the negative side of the topic. But this is a discussion where you have to discuss about all the perspective about a topic. So you are only highlighting the negative point. That's not a discussion. That's a debate, which is wrong. So she highlighted that point. Obviously, move forward.
I myself considers that unemployment is a problem. I myself agree on that. But the thing is, right, the topic of this debate is, will AI kill the jobs of the people? The answer of this question is yes, absolutely it will.
No,
And
Nitya, you just got
It will kill the
You-
job.
I believe that we have
Wait,
one
like,
topic.
just let her speak first.
See again now when there's a condition of fish market in the GD, again this guy, the leader, he took the lead and he was like, okay, everyone just calm and let her speak. So a leader is someone when he feels like there's something clumsy things are going to happen in future and something is happening, fish market is happening, so you are someone who is taking the lead and calming all of them all together, so you are acting as a leader. So that's one quality, that's why he's the leader of this whole group discussion.
Our
Yeah.
trains less and less over a period of time. If we are working with
Firstly,
AI.
and yeah, firstly, our
you
topic
just-
is
you
AI
just-
will replace humans.
there
or
is
not.
a institute.
Now let us move to the conclusion. So let me conclude the complete.
So again, if I talk about this person number one, she initiated the topic and then she came to a conclusion. Why? Because she know that obviously the topic for discussion is 10 minutes and we are very coming close to the end time. So before the time will run away, I should come to the conclusion. So she took the lead again and she come to the conclusion. And let's see what kind of conclusion is there.
That we do have mutual feelings. So obviously AI is doing immensely better in its stage, but no, humans will be always dominating the AI. It is very true that employment is going
I
to
don't
reduce.
agree with you. Like
So again, whenever a person is giving a conclusion, and obviously when she have given a conclusion, that's a mutual conclusion that is justifying not one side of a coin, that the conclusion is like all about, yeah, obviously AI will kill the jobs, but still a balanced conclusion. So obviously a conclusion should be a balanced conclusion taking everyone's opinion all together. So she started with that balanced opinion, but again this guy, he interrupted in between of the conclusion also. So he should never do that. It's again a negative point when someone is concluding. Yeah, you can interrupt when someone is concluding only proving his point. Then you can conclude with a common ground. But she is already giving a common ground conclusion. Why someone is interrupting in between for a conclusion?
myself believe right now we never know how AI will rule. I don't know like whether AI will rule the world or not, but I definitely will agree on this point. AI will definitely kill the jobs over this country and all over
Okay,
the world.
so
That
let
is
us
my-
conclude that that AI is going to like have some very great immense effect on the humans as well and human employment and everything. But we should when we see from that optimistic side that yes, humans are only the ones who are going to like create AI and who are going to update it, because the time is changing, the feelings change, the emotions change, even our preferences change from time to time, and AI is only hard coded for some of the preferences. They do not have any kind of idea for the next preferences. So I guess we move on to this conclusion only.
So that's again a final conclusion where this person number one, she quoted all the points, everything we have discussed in the whole GD starting from the beginning till the end. She bring out all the points from positive and the negative impact of AI replacing humans or not, and then she concluded the topic on the common ground addressing everyone. So that's again a positive impact for a conclusion. So again she is a concluder. Okay, so I hope so this is a real time experience and you guys have understood it. But let me tell you what kind of traits we generally observe in a GT. So one is an initiator, concluder, leader, active participant. Hope so this video adds value to you. If yes, make sure feel free to drop your suggestions in the comments.